The biggest announcement we're expecting is the iPhone 13. There were some rumors it would be called the 12S, but after a few packaging leaks, it seems Apple is going with that 13 name. Also expecting the same size of phones this year as last year. iPhone 13 mini, iPhone 13, iPhone 13 Pro, and iPhone 13 Pro Max. This phone should look very similar to the current iPhone 12 design-wise, with a few slight changes. On the front, the notch that has been there since the iPhone 10 will finally be getting smaller. It's still going to be noticeable, but having a smaller notch is a first step towards removing it altogether, which we may even see on the iPhone 14. The screen also below that notch will be getting Pro Motion technology on the Pro models. This will give us super smooth scrolling and movement on screen, something Apple's been using for years on the iPad and something Android's had for even longer. On the back, the cameras have changed a bit. On each phone, the camera will get sensor shift technology, which is going to move the sensor to give better stabilization and low light performance. So because of this, the non-Pro iPhones now have a diagonal camera layout, which does look a little bit weird. So the Pro phones, on the other hand, have gotten a little large in the bumpy department. This leads us to believe the camera will have some major improvements. We'll have to wait and see exactly what those are. And finally, the phone should be getting better batteries across the board. Hooray! New A15 processors and all new colors, including a pink model for the 13, and the Pro models will be getting a new matte black option, and bronze should make its debut. So there are some rumors that the next Apple Watch, the Series 7, will be delayed due to production issues. While it still seems there will be some production delays, we're still expecting to see it at the September event. So the Apple Watch will be the first year we have seen a complete overhaul to the design. So it's going to be using a completely different design language, one that we've seen in the iPad Pro, the iPhone, and the iMac, and it kind of be using that squared off design. This is going to allow for a larger screen, which will be awesome, 41 millimeters and 45 millimeters up from the 40 and 44 of the previous years. Also allow for new watch faces that show a bunch more information and a screen that's overall easy to use. The design change though will keep the same bands, so no need to upgrade those. Besides the design, there isn't much we're expecting from this new Apple Watch. It seems the new features are being held for next year's Series 8. So the original AirPods are still on sale, and if you buy them today, you'll be getting still one of the best wireless headphone experiences out there. But after all this time, it seems Apple is finally going to change the design of the AirPods with AirPods 3. They have a pretty similar look to AirPods Pro, but they won't have the interchangeable silicone tips at the end. Besides the design change, you don't really expect too much in the feature changes. There won't be things like noise cancellation or transparency mode. That's for the pros. However, we might see Apple add compatibility for spatial audio. We should also see wireless charging cases become standard, which is awesome. These new AirPods are rumored for months, and it seems like we're finally ready to see them. So those are the products we're expecting to see at the event, but there are some that are rumored that may not be ready yet. So first is the iPad mini. In case you're wondering, yes, that still exists, and Apple is working on a giant update to it. So the design refresh will look very similar to the iPad Air and the iPad Pro, bringing the design language in line with kind of what we're used to for modern iPads. It should also get Touch ID in the power button like the Air and support for the Apple Pencil. We were expecting to see this at the event, but it does seem like last-minute changes have held it. Instead, we might see it at a November Apple event